My name is Tristan Callahan. I am the creator and current solo athlete for Race Indigo, and coming to you with a little bit of story time. So this season I intend on competing in the Thailand National Motocross Series. I'm getting back on the bike. It's been a long hiatus, about 7 years. Rode a little bit here and there, but I've not raced for 7 years, and this year I want to go on this journey and take you guys along. Yeah, it's an adventure, road tripping around Thailand. Gonna have Rick on the camera, and we're gonna be bringing you every round, vlogging every round. It's gonna be really just an opportunity to show what it takes to go racing in Thailand. It's not easy. You can't just Google stuff and order stuff off of a couple websites or whatever, and finding people and companies that can support the ride, even just finding gear and parts for the bike. It's like, who do I talk to? And it's usually in Thai. So there's a lot of challenges that go above and beyond just being in shape and know how to ride the bike and trying to stay on the bike. That to me is the fun part. It's an opportunity to really connect with Thai people, and maybe my Thai will pick up a notch, at least some moto terminology. But for me, it's really just a chance to do what I love, share it with people I love, and not in a way that's just about me, which I feel like it's easy to do when racing. For me, this is really a love story for the sport and the people, and ultimately just what I feel in my heart and what I love to do. And a big part of that for me is the community. The motocross community has always been really where I felt at home, where I feel there's a lot of authentic people and people there to help others and just come together. It's tough to go racing, and a lot of things can happen and go wrong, and so a lot of people tend to can relate and connect on those levels. And I'm excited to really see and showcase what Thailand has to offer in that regard. So part of my intention is to highlight just the overall scene here and some of the riders and tell those stories, and who knows what can come from that for those people. And with Race Indigo also down the line offering resources and kind of blazing the trail right now individually, but already got a guy, Motosong, and his son coming out of Patong that are going to be coming along with me and taking a lot of the load off, driving to the races. And so it's cool to be able to support them and get his son to the race, and excited to meet a bunch of people and ride with a bunch of people and bring a lot of my experience to the table. I've grown up around this sport for a long time and been fortunate enough to ride a lot of awesome tracks, ride and race with a lot of awesome people, and even work at some tracks. So bringing that experience and showing some of the American motocross scene, and I think really helping elevate what the Thais and I guess some expats, I'm not sure, what they are currently, their level of awareness as far as how to ride, what to do on the bike and maintenance and all the stuff that goes into it. It's hard to figure out on your own. So I think there's no shortage of talent and kids that rip here and know what they're doing, but I think there's also some value to a lot of the things that I've seen and been a part of. This has been a family sport for me. My dad grew up racing when he was younger, and go race with family on the weekends over the summer. And so it's a lot more than just the on-track stuff. That's really what it's all about. I don't particularly care about the results. I'm not chasing a career or paying the bills with this. It is a marketing expense on some level because it's a chance to showcase my personal journey and what I've learned and apply it to an athlete and show essentially that proof of concept for a lot of things that I'm building out under my brand Soul Indigo, and some coaching there. And it's really a redemption story, a process of healing, and now we're moving into the performance realm. Yeah, ultimately it is proof of concept, and I already feel it just being on the bike one weekend. I could tell I have more control over the bike, more mobility in my hips and my back, and old injuries have been healed, and allows me to have more connection, mind-body connection, can feel things differently. I've also learned a lot just paying attention to the sport and following it for all these years without riding, as far as technique and bike setup and things like that maybe weren't important to me back then, or maybe it was just load up, go, and just go as fast as you can for as long as you can and ride that high. It's a bit of a different process for me now, where it's more about being present, and it truly is for me a practice in meditation and breathing and taking ownership over situations, even things outside your control. It's like, okay, what can I do to mitigate that? Or, at the end of the day, it's up to me. So yeah, for me, it's on a personal level, it's a chance to step into a space that I have been moving towards for a long time, really applying myself and learning things that I feel like are valuable for me long term. And by showing it through the studio and through the vlog, it's a chance to express that and share that with people, and hopefully an entertaining and somewhat educational storyline. Yeah, the last time I was on a YZ50F, it was the first model year they made. It was heavy. You did not have an electric start button on it. It was spine top dead center, and pull in a decompression lever, hot start button on the carburetor, make sure you're in neutral. It was like you need to pull out the manual or something to get that thing going. But now it's just hit a button and go. So a lot's changed. It's going to be interesting to race the 250. I think it'll actually be a lot more fun, lighter, turn better. Tracks here, I'm not quite sure you need the 450 power or the torque, and I don't even think they race them. I will be contesting in the 250A class. Here they call it the MX2 class, MX2A. As a 37-year-old washed up vet, we're going to take it to the young bucks here and hopefully at least pull a few hole shots. Shot, baby, yeah! Yeah, Motosong, he really helped me feel comfortable with buying a bike online, essentially, and sending money, transferring money to an account of someone I don't know. Person I bought the bike from, I talked to them, Nulex, and wonderful to chat with, and really just confirmed the whole community aspect of motocross for me. I even had some questions right away when I started it up. Thought I heard some stuff in the bottom end, and right away I hit up Motosong, and he was like, yo, I'll come over tomorrow, bro. So even if the bike was fucked, I learned something really important right there. And now he's out hunting for a van for us to get around, and I'm looking forward to meeting all the people through him and through the races that are around. Following Race Indigo on YouTube or Instagram, that'll be the best point of contact. At least any questions, you can send them my way. The vlog and just showing each step of the way, we'll be talking about each of those things, and where the hell's a track, where are we going, how do we sign up, learning little things like what are the requirements of the Thai Motorcycling Association, just figuring out some of the nuances in the rules, like what color backgrounds and things like that for different classes. And so a lot of that stuff you're going to learn with me, and if you follow along on the journey. And if there's anything beyond what I can offer, it's certainly, I think there's those resources out there to at least steer you in the right direction. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast, and my focus is not on just throttle on or throttle off. There's a lot more nuance there, and if you can do it in that setting, you can do it anywhere. And for me, this season is really a building year. It's a chance to get the ball rolling and build momentum and apply these different mantras and techniques that are not just applicable to racing. Certainly the racing metaphors will be often, and I think that's a lens in which you can view things through and then apply them in your everyday life. There's one thing I've learned in Thailand Thailand. It's patience. As much as racing's exciting and it's fun to go fast and do well, there is no finish line, and it's not about the results. It's being present in the moment and being connected and tuned in. And if there's a moment where things feel like it's moving too fast for me, my intention is to practice backing off a little bit and kind of just regrouping, getting my breath, and being okay with that. There's no need to ride over my head, do anything dumb. This is where the experience, I feel like, comes into play. I feel overall pretty cool, calm, and collected. I look forward to having people pushing me and having people to chase down, and do it in a way that's smooth and controlled, and ultimately I feel will lead to a higher level of performance. Go fast, take chances.